Hi everybody, Catfish Jones here on a glorious afternoon. A little bit of a warm one, got into the low 90s. But since we had that week or so of 100-degree plus days, I'm actually a little thankful when it's only in the 90s. And low 90s at that. Next week should even be a little cooler. And am very excited about the cooling weather, personally. I don't know, I like having seasons. I like extreme cold, except not when I'm in the extreme cold. I like the extreme heat, except not when I'm in the extreme heat. I like the concept of seasons, of winter and summer. Personally prefer spring and fall, although those tend to be a little stormy. So, they all have their ups and downs. I'm just glad to get a chance to ride the roller coaster. I'm listening to a little bit of Layers right here, making sure everything sounds right, and hopefully we'll soon have a plan on how to release it. Do have a date set for the release party, which is end of September. I think the 27th is when I'm looking for. A bit of a traffic jam up here trying to get out of the parking lot. Good night. But once we get that set up, I'll do some more talking about it here, there, or wherever it may be. We'll probably have it posted on my calendar on the website catfish-jones.com, along with anything else that might be going on. I know this weekend is a songwriting group, which is fun. We kind of issued ourselves some challenge last month to write a end of summer song, and I have some loose ideas, but nothing hard and fast yet, so I hope to lean into the songwriting next couple of days and have a song about the end of summer. I've got some really good ideas, some very strong ideas that I think will tie together nicely. I just have to do the active work of tying together that passive songwriting, which is kind of how I do it. You know, I live my life, and as I'm living life, sometimes things just come to you. And so, as that happens, as that occurs, as that transpires, I just try to jot down notes, things that come to my head, interesting concepts or thoughts or phrases, or not usually in order. I like to text myself a lot of lists, covers lists, set lists, lists of topics, lists of potential song names untied to topics. There's a lot of stuff that goes into what I call passive songwriting. And the concept of passive songwriting is that you're always kind of doing it, but at some point you have to go through the active work of tying that all together and making it a song. It doesn't, well, I don't want to say it doesn't just happen, because sometimes they form in your head fully, and all it takes from you is to transcribe them. Kind of like they come in on the air on an antenna. And I've heard other songwriters talk about this, where they'll do like free writing, you know, just fill a page with thoughts about a topic. And I've tried that a little bit, and it works out pretty well. I like to spend a lot longer thinking about it, so when it comes time to actually do the active writing, I kind of know where I'm coming from, what kind of imagery I want to use, where I want the hook. Specifically, I try to have a concept for the main lines, the kind of like the hook lyrics and the hook music. I try to know where that's at, and then you can kind of just fill in the blanks from there. You know, especially if you've got a chorus written and you just have to fill in some verses, well, then you just kind of try to describe the chorus in 2 or 3 different ways, and then come back to it again, use a bridge to tie it all together, come back and do the chorus again, and then maybe grow the chorus from where it's been. And so I've got a little bit of that work to do on a song about the end of the summer, and hope to get to share that with my songwriting friends at a songwriting group this Saturday. Other stuff happening this Saturday. Partaking in a grant writing workshop, which is kind of fun. Something I've been active in, but I haven't actually found a project to write a grant for yet. So a lot of the ideas that I have of things that could still come about really would just take budgeting, writing down the cost of all the things and putting it in a format and submitting it, and maybe get grant funding for some of the stuff, which would be very interesting. But I'm sure most of you guys know me. It's not required for me to do what I do. A lot of what I do is somewhat spontaneous, unplanned, unbudgeted, just kind of done while living life in the free moments available. Oh, I got a free couple hours. I'm going to run up to the park and do a video at the park, or whatever it is. Yeah, be very interesting. I think there's a November deadline for submitting grants, and I have a couple of project ideas, some of them related to the Layers record, some of them completely unrelated to the Catfish Jones material. So, interesting to see how that's going to happen, how that will work out. And then, I believe it's Saturday night, there is a deal going on at an establishment in town, kind of an open mic, where I intend to show up and perform a few songs, see what everybody else is doing, and just kind of share in the camaraderie of hanging out with local musicians and seeing what they're doing and how it all works together. I really do enjoy being a part of a very vibrant artscape. For a town as small as we have, there sure are a lot of artists and musicians and creators, people interested in making the world a more beautiful place, one work at a time, one thought at a time, one concept. So that'll be kind of fun. I really do intend to get some video from that. If nothing else, I should have something to share with you guys there. That presumes that I get good video, I have time to edit it down, I remember to do it in a timely fashion, and actually get it posted before it's next year. I tell you, there's been some performances. I've got video of most of the performances I've done solo, but as you guys know, very few of them actually make air or make it to YouTube. So, but like I say, end of September is going to be the big release of the CD. That CD, by the way, is Layers, right here. You can't really see it, but it's pretty fancy schmancy. I enjoy listening to it now that it's not just files on my phone, but an actual CD in the CD player, which is an odd thing in itself. Do people even listen to CDs anymore? I don't know that they do. But that's quite all right, because it still is a physical thing one can hold in their hand and feel a physical connection to, and that's a big part of why I try to put it on physical medium. This record was kind of done in a way that would fit on vinyl. Vinyl is kind of restricted. When you get too long of a record, you have to really cram the grooves together, and there's a lot of bleed over, and it doesn't really sound great. And vinyl should sound the best it's ever going to sound. So somewhere down the road, I will very likely do a vinyl version of this record, and maybe the old stuff too, but we'll see. There's a lot of options these days for doing vinyl instead of just outlandish, unreasonable, unrealistic options. As it is right now, we're just going to have a CD. Very likely we'll have digital release as well. And hopefully all kinds of goodies. Hopefully the t-shirt design that I have, I can get physically manufactured locally, as well as get the design on my Spreadshirt, which right now all of my Spreadshirt designs are a little aged, and you know, it's one of these things where I feel like I should put new designs up on the Spreadshirt, but I also feel like those designs are still pretty rock solid. I still like them, and you know, don't want those to go away. So who knows how that'll change, as well as formatting the website to be able to sell CDs directly from there. Not 100% sure how that's going to work technologically, so we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Lots of stuff going on. Like I say, I got a very busy weekend. Got several busy weekends ahead. I would like to do at least a couple of live streams, but that might only be one live stream the closer we get, as I rehearse for a 2-hour live show at CD release party. But we'll see how all that goes. In the meantime, I've managed to land at the house, and I'm ready to just call it a day. Just kidding. I got band practice tonight, and I will probably have to mow the lawn after that. But in the meantime, I'm gonna probably call it right here. I'm gotta share a little bit this with you. Some of my thoughts and ideas on everything going on. I really can't wait for you guys to get to hear some of this stuff. Of course, it all starts with Sneakers, a song released last September, maybe it was October, last year sometime. And most of my year so far has been wrapped up entirely in this record, and I look forward to sharing it with everybody. Until I see you guys again around the board, on the tube, someplace on the internet, or possibly even in real life, I'm Catfish Jones. You guys are awesome, and I will see you later. Cheers.